Hey everybody, Christina here. How are you? Hey, hey, hey. So today we're going to talk about shaker cards and the different ways, the different things that you can make shaker cards with. Hey, is it, okay, is it Elizabeth? M1326. What is your name? I really feel weird calling you 1326. And where is Inland Empire? Where is that at? That's a new place. I haven't heard of that one yet. Hey, 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 Shiloh. How are you? Pretty soon I won't be looking at the computer. I'll actually be looking at you guys because Meadow's here today so that she can help read comments for me. So that'll be nice. But we're going to talk about different shaker cards. I'm really excited. I love shaker cards. Actually, I love any interactive card, to be honest. So there's different ways, and people have always asked because, I don't know, and I've learned tricks from different people. You will have to forgive me if I don't remember who I learned the trick from because it's been many years. But like this card here, so this one was just made with acetate. Just about everybody, not everyone, because I've come across people who don't know how to make a shaker card. And this one's really kind of old. Here we go. I do have the video on how I made this one on our channel, but I wanted it to be to where you could just, kind of move this up and down. But this is kind of, it's been smashed and killed and, things that happen when they go in a drawer. But let me go ahead and zoom in so you can see this a little better. Shiloh says hi, Meadow.
Hello.
So, but you can see this moves around and all of these little guys will move around too. But this is just done with acetate and it has you can see all the 3D foam in there. You guys know I love my 3D foam. And then this one here, this is done with, and I never say this right, I don't think, but tool. I'm not sure how you say it, but it's just this stuff. And I would rather use this. You can find it in the wedding aisle. I will have a link down below for everybody for this. This has lasted me, honestly. This has lasted me for years. It came all the way out to here. And how long, Meadow?
We've had that for 8 years.
8 years, Meadow just said. But you don't need all that much. It's usually, even the width is about the size of my card. So, but I like it because it's not static cling. What? Super cute. Thank you. We should have shared in foam tape, right? But this is really nice. I love using this for shaker cards. It doesn't get static clingy like the acetate does, but there are times that you need the acetate. Sometimes it just works better, and you have to pick, which one is going to work better. I've had a few questions of people asking me if like the little tiny diamonds and things like that are going to get through here. They don't. The holes, they're small, but they're still even too small for like all the little beads and the diamonds and things like that you can get in your shaker mix. So, and shaker mixes are fun as well. And you can also make faux shakers. And we will cover that as well. What my favorite thing to do for a faux shaker as well. Meadow, you want to grab, I think I've got a couple faux shakers around here. You want to grab one of them?
Sandy says, hi friends, I love me a good shaker card.
Hi Sandy, I love shaker cards too. Shaker cards and interactive cards are my absolute favorite. So, and this one is an interactive, and because you can pull this little tabby on the little crane machine to get your little guy moving around here. So I think that's cute. That's a lot of fun. That's the only thing I wanted to do. I made this because my kids loved playing the crane machines at Pizza Hut. And so this was basically this set, the Claw, which was named after, Toy Story. That's what gave me the inspiration for the name. But it was just for, because my kids loved to play that game and it made me think of them. So I had to go ahead and make it interactive as well. Gotten here late. Yes, I am using Tool. How? Yes. I actually, Meadow, you want to get our diamonds out? This is a roll that I have that, yeah, the diamonds don't even go through that. So it's nice. That one's acetate. This one is would you just keep to yourself? Material, getting a little handsy. So, and then this is just a faux shaker that I made a long time ago. And I like doing these too when I'm lazy. Like really lazy.
I always end up doing those because I forget to glue the acetate on first.
Yeah, or we forget to glue on that. Why did you hand me the whole bloody thing, Meadow?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you said you just wanted diamonds, huh?
So, Meadow just went ahead and handed me the whole entire thing. So let me zoom out a little bit. This is what we keep. Actually, honestly, I haven't been in this thing in, well, since Meadow and I started making our own shaker mixes, I have not been in this thing for, I can't even tell you how long it's been.
Joy says hi, friends. And Susan says, I love shaker cards, but I get so frustrated with acetate.
Hello, Joy. My Joy. And Susan, I hear you, girl. You need to get yourself some tool. Tool? I don't know. You need to get yourself some of this. It doesn't go through, and which I'm going to show you guys right now. So I have these. I'll pick. These ones are pretty. Let's see. These ones. I'll use these ones. They're kind of dark, but they're not too dark. And it's the smallest thing that I have. So actually, it's not the smallest thing. I just lied. I think these beads are the smallest thing I have. So, Meadow, do you have a triangle? The shaker triangle?
I'm going to try it for sure. I haven't had one of those in forever.
You want to get one out of the closet for me? They're in there.
I looked before and we didn't have it.
You didn't see it? Okay. Well, then I'm going to go ahead. I'll use this tray. So I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to put the tool. I'm going to be going over that all day long because I don't know how to say it. So these are just little teeny weeny tiny little seed beads. And you can see they just sit on top. They don't go, well, no, you can't see because I zoomed back out. There you go. Now we're in close. Close. But you can see they just go right on. Whoops, that one's running away. I have a runaway. Whoop, there we go. So, but they just sit on top. None of them got into the container. And if I shake it around, they still aren't going in, and there's no static cling. The static cling is what drives me just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. So there is, I'm going to go ahead and try my best to fold this up and just, oops, one got away. There we go. Okay. So those just went right back in there, and you can see there's nothing in the container. So I'll put that back over there. Maybe Meadow can put them away for me. And then these are just some of the little diamonds. You get them like in, what's the name of that company? Queen and Company. They do a lot of shaker stuff. You can see they don't go through there. They just bounce. And I can shake it around. There's no static cling. They're not going through the mesh whatsoever. So the mesh is great if you don't want static cling. Because believe me, Susan, I'm right there with you. Can't deal with the static cling. And I actually learned this from another friend of mine, Margaret. And she is a blessing telling me about using this instead of acetate. So, and you guys can see there's nothing in the tray, nothing up my sleeves. So, but yeah, and I will, if I don't have the link down there already, I will go ahead and put the link on there. But you, either that or if you actually have, you know, since Joanne's quit, if you have a fabric store or a Michael's, this is good to get in the wedding section.
Brian says, good afternoon, Gracie.
Hey, Brian.
Cindy says, I've used a dryer sheet for anti-static powder if using acetate. I am feeling a mesh run coming on.
Yes, mesh is amazing. So, acetate. I love acetate, okay? But only for certain situations. And you can tell I love it because I've got a lot of it. So I'm just going to grab a little piece out of here. And I do use a little bit thicker acetate, but especially I've noticed in the summer. Well, no, because in the summer we have the humidity. In the winter, it's dry sometimes. So acetate, well, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I think it's more hate than love, to be honest. But you can use, there's different things you can use. So one thing you can do, because I don't know about you guys, but we have little containers. Normally we have little containers. So when Meadow and I are doing a shaker mix, we will actually put a little bit of baby powder in the mix, because not only does it stick to acetate, but it sticks to everything, like everything. And yeah, I lose my mind doing it whenever we make our mixes. But yeah, a little bit of baby powder, I mean, just a sprinkle in your baby powder will help these to where they're not sticking to God and country. Okay. Another thing you can do is like the dryer sheet, like what Sandy said. Dryer sheets are good as well. You can also, now the only, I have, where, okay, I thought it was right here. Apparently, I'm psycho, and it's not right here anymore. I had one of those EK tools, the little, it was like a little powder thing, like an embossing buddy, but it was like a little EK tools thing. And sometimes you can put that in there, but all that is baby powder as well. Save yourself some time. It's just baby powder most of the time. And then you can also put a little bit of that on your acetate, but if you don't get it off, and you don't want it all to come off, but it's going to make your acetate cloudy and it's kind of gross. So dryer sheet, like what Sandy said, or putting a little baby powder in your sequins will help as well. And I just have like a little, it's just a little tiny sample thing of baby powder. Meadow, don't you start yawning, girl. I will get you. I will get you. So, these are, but I love shaker cards. They're a lot of fun. And like I said, I really like, this one is fun too, because I can't even tell you how many times I've given this to somebody, especially I like to do it to my husband. But they'll go like this, and it doesn't move. It's a lot of fun.
Brian says, in place of acetate, I have found that sending a laminating sleeve through the laminator machine is a pretty good substitute.
Oh, that's an idea too. That's a really good idea, Brian. I like that idea. So that is some of the things you can do for just keeping your beads and your things inside of your cards or just gluing them down. So let me put the acetate away. Another reason I have a harder time with acetate, you can't see it on the table. And I don't know how many of you are like me where you're like, okay, what did I do with my scissors? Where are my scissors? And you're looking everywhere for your scissors. Try finding that piece of acetate, please. That is not fun. Just not fun.
Like when you take the back of a stamp set off and then you use that.
Oh, yes, when you take the back of a stamp set off. Yeah. I can't even tell you how many times. That's actually one of the reasons I have a whole thing of acetate, because I've lost my acetate, so I cut a new piece to put on the stamp set. So, yeah. Then there's that. So, another fun thing that we're going to talk about is my favorite, 3D foam. I love 3D foam. So, 3D foam is great. There's different kinds that you can get, different thicknesses that you can get. One of my go-tos is this ginormous, this thing actually used to come out to like here. It was crazy.
Susan says constantly losing acetate in the backing of the stamp sheets.
Right? Seriously. So, but this I actually have in a 1/8 inch and a 1/4 inch. I just got it on Amazon. Meadow, can you look down in the description and see if I have this on there? But this is really nice. You just take it and you just take what you need. Now, the only thing I don't like about this when it comes to shaker cards, this is great for cards and like little bits and stuff like that, but it's not, let me zoom in again. Sorry, I should just stay zoomed in, honestly. But you can see it's really not that thick. It's really not thick at all, which can be nice if you're doing just smaller things or things that you don't want a whole lot of height on. This is fantastic. And like I said, I have, not right here, I don't know where it is, what I did with it, but I do have a 1/8 of an inch. This is a 1/4 inch thick, and it comes in a huge roll, and you get 2 rolls, and it's really not that expensive. It's really nice. So this is one option. The only other thing, when you're laying it down, it can kind of like get all curvy because, well, it's been in a circle for so long, you know. My other go-to, which you guys see me use all the time, are these sheets. So these sheets are really super nice. Let me throw that away. These are really nice. I love these sheets. You can also find them on Amazon. That's where I get mine. I love Amazon, but I used to work for them, so I'm a little biased. But these sheets are great because I can cut them down into any size that I want, and I can just put them in my little jar. But they're also great because, look, they're actually the size of my card. So say I have a die like this, and I want foam on all of it so I can separate the sections. Because separating the sections is fun, because maybe you want to do like this one red, this one purple, this one pink, this one blue, this one orange. You know, and you can separate out the sections. Well, you can just take this die, slap it right on top of this sheet, and cut it out. And there's no guesswork. You don't have to worry about it. Because while this is not, these aren't that thick, they're still good enough to where, you know, maybe you want 2 to go through. And you want a double layer so that you can have, you know, a little more movement. Because a little more movement is fun. So, but these sheets are great, especially if you just want, you have something like this and you just want to die cut the whole die out. Or even like, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, like I've got these dies. You could even cut these out and then cut the middle out and just use the middle for your little scrap jar. You know, if you just don't want to mess with it, but you know, maybe you want the holes to be cut out or something. So I think that's a little ambitious, but you go for it. So, or you can cut them in long strips and they'll stay, but it's nice because it's the size of an A2 card. Is the link for these down below, Meadow?
The only thing that's linked down below is the paper, the ink, and the gel pen.
Okay, so you want to go on there and find, oh, you can't change that,
You
but
want
you
me to
can
make a
put it in the
list?
chat. You can put it in the chat too for me. But yeah, make a list of what we need to put in the thing. So, in the description after. So these ones I've had for a very long time, and you can tell that they've been stuck in a drawer because they have little pieces of, I don't know what little fuzzies on them. But these ones are actually from Stampin' Up. And these are nice because they're a little thicker than the rest of my foam. But they're nice because it's just a straight line. So you can just peel it off and use what you need. Plus the outside, which makes it nice, is that you can use the outside border as well. These are a little pricey though. That's why I don't use them very often, but they are very nice and very handy to have. So, and that is with Stampin' Up, and these are 9 inches long. So there's a lot there to use. I know I had other foam. What? Oh. So then there's also these by iCraft. I don't use these very much unless it's on something smaller because honestly, they're a little pricey too. But the thing I like, okay, that package is going in the trash. But the thing I like about these, this is all you get in the one package, but you can cut them in half, but look how thick they are. They are like monstrous thick compared to a lot of other ones. These ones are actually 1/8 of an inch thick. These ones, oh, the Stampin' Up ones are 1/8 of an inch. The sheets that I showed you, they're about a 1/16 of an inch thick. They're a little bit over a 1/16, but they're about a 1/16. But these are pretty darn thick. You wouldn't really have to double them up too much. I do tend to double my stuff up just because I like to have a little bit of shaky room. So making your frames, that's another fun thing. You can tell that I used this one. And then, Meadow, you said you were going to cut me a couple so that I could show them how I learned how to stack them, like I did this one. So this one right here does not have any foam. I did not use, I feel like a sinner, but why don't you just use this one? I feel a little bit like a sinner because I didn't use any 3D foam at all. But this is just, I mean, if you don't want to use the 3D foam, you don't have any handy, you have something that just needs to be a little bit more durable, going through the mail maybe. This is, Lord have mercy. Let me take my glasses off so I can see. 1, 2, I think this is about like 6. I don't care, it doesn't matter. This is about 6 of these dies glued together. It's just stacked and glued. And I learned this from Sandy, who is on our design team, Sandy Cogdell. So, but she did that and it was great. So she put all of them together and she actually did hers with a snow globe die, which I thought was super smart because snow globe dies, to me, are really hard to do shakers with because of the circle and having to get the foam around the circle. So, but she just went ahead and glued them all together except for one. And then the very last one, she put she used acetate, but she put the acetate on the top and then glued the last layer on top of the acetate. What's up, Buttercup?
I need a pokey.
Okay. So, but Meadow is cutting out this die so that I can show you how that works as well. And the nice thing about this is that you can go ahead and make it as thick as you want, and you won't have to worry about putting foam in between or anything like that. So it's really super nice. Oh, Yvonne! Hi, Yvonne! Now I know who it is. Hi. Your package just went out in the mail today. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now Inland Empire makes sense since you're in California. That totally makes sense now. So, but yeah, so Meadow's cutting this die out for us so I can show you that technique as well. So, and then we'll also do a little faux shaker. And yeah, I feel like acetate, if you're going to use acetate, you need a whole lot of patience, just a whole lot. And the reason I did acetate on this one is because I wanted it to look like a window. So that's why that one worked. So I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and use this little wee mouse. We're going to make some shakers here. I'm going to go ahead and use this little wee mouse here. Okay. So, and then I'm going to use, I love the Party Power. Why don't you use the little Big Shot? That one's a little more quiet. That one's really, really loud with all of its crackiness. So, but I'm going to use the Party Power paper, and I'm going to use our little mouse. Meadow actually colored this mouse. We have these. This is the gentleman who does our paper, our pattern paper. He actually printed we gave him the image and he printed all of these out for us because we were going to do a make and take at one of the shows we were going to do, but then we didn't do the show. So we didn't get a chance to. So we're just using them. And tell you what, if you guys make an order and you put mouse in the comments of your order, I will go ahead and send you one of these little mice so that you can make a card with them. Let's see. So I'm going to put, because I'm going to lose them. You know I'll lose them. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so y'all can see what I'm doing. There we go. Move these over to the side. And we're going to do one shaker with acetate. We'll do another shaker with the twill, I don't know how you say it. And then we'll do a faux shaker. So, let's see. Meadow's got some little card bases here for me. And then I thought this would be a lot of fun. And then I thought this sketch would be a lot of fun. So maybe we'll go ahead and do those today too. So let's see. We're just going to be making a whole bunch of cards. Hopefully we will have time. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half because I like to make sure I have enough room on my card for what I'm doing, because sometimes I can get a little crazy. There we go. There's one. My little mouse is going for a little spinny ride. And then here is 2 for my card base. So one of the things I like to do is I have frames. So this is actually the same die. I've just used a smaller die to cut this out. And that's how I make a lot of my frames. Or like this one, because this is all just a nested set that we will be coming out with this summer, fall. I can't remember. I'd have to look at my calendar. But this set will be in the store pretty soon. But I like to, you can cut the big one and then put this one inside and you'll get a frame. There's actually a third size that cuts this part out. So this is what I'm going to be using for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and use the twill first. So I'm going to grab that. And then actually, Meadow, would you mind cutting one of these sheets with this die? And I'll show them that too. That's a lot to cut out, isn't it? You can, guys, if you do the one where you just stack the dies, you can hear how long Meadow's been cutting. And you can see it takes a hot minute to do it that way, but it works if you don't have any foam. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some foam on these ones, and I'm trying to find where, Meadow, do you have the 1/8 of an inch foam over on your thing, on your little stack it? We're out of 1/8 inch foam? Seriously? I cannot believe that. That is craziness. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to go ahead and cut one of these. Because I feel like this one's going to be too thick. And you will see, yeah, you'll see it through. So I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these down. Let me grab my paper cutter. Here we go, as my chair just slides all over the floor. Oh, you got it. Woo! Look at all these. Look at all of those. That is crazy how many she's done. Can you get this die out and just cut it out of here so that they can see? I will let you guys know, just going forward, if I make a funny face, like a oh my gosh face or anything like that while I'm using the paper cutter, I didn't cut myself or anything like that. It's just I'm having shooting pains in my legs today. Wonderful part of fibromyalgia. So if I make a funny face or anything like that, please know it's a shooting pain. Just ignore me.
This is too big. Do you want me to just do the side down?
No, just use the little one.
Just the little one, or make a frame?
Can you make a frame? That would be awesome. Thanks, ditto. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut this really thin with my paper cutter. Maybe. There we go. So here's a few pieces because I want it to be thin. Oh, did it work?
I'll let you do it on camera.
So here's, Meadow started cutting it out. So there's the one piece, and this is the same sheet that we were just doing. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that a lot. It's not fun. So there's I was sitting in my chair the other night, and yeah, I just yelled because I got one of those shooting pains. And my husband, he was asleep, scared the bejesus out of him. It was so funny. And then if you do get the foam, if some of you are wondering about the foam, because like this one has holes, it just comes right out because it sticks to your finger. And I mean, it's a little bit of a mess, but it'll look nice once you get all the foam off your hand. But it'll also look I have foam everywhere. Just foam everywhere. There we go. Get that out. But once I it just does not want to leave me alone. It loves me, apparently. So, but this will come out of here. This side did not want to cut, and it didn't want to cut the paper. So, and then you can pull this one out too. And you already have like a little piece of little decorated foam, a little bit. So what I can do, since Meadow cut this one out, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So I can take this foam off. And you can even do it this way too for your faux shakers. And I'm just making a mess. Meadow's going to have to probably keep up with me. Let's see. So I'm just going to put this on its edge and put this on its edge so that, stop it, so that they will line up. Hopefully, because it's just being all crazy. Yeah, it does not want to line up because it just keeps like static clingy. So we're going to do this. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room. Maybe. Here we go.
Nyla said, I need a Meadow at my house. Color for me. Cut out. LOL. Love it.
Isn't she amazing? And no, I'm not making extra. Yes, I love my Meadow. Everybody needs a Meadow. She is my wonderful helper. That's why when you guys come on Wednesday and I'm always like, oh, I got to go over here. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to cut. Because I'm not used to my Meadow not being here. Okay. There we go. And that one needs to go in the trash because I broke it. So, come on. Be nice. Does anybody else talk to their glue or their crafting supplies? Tell them to be nice and work for you? I'm sure people think I'm crazy because I'm always talking to my crafting supplies. Stop sticking to me. Okay. Stop, stop, stop. Okay. You know, at least with 3D foam, with it sticking and stuff like that, at least you know you're good for a good laugh because it's not gonna let you go. So it's at least entertaining. Okay, this is not lining up very well. And it's mostly because, well, I'm shaky. But that's okay. So, because I keep moving it, like shakes and it moves, and I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attempt to put this one on top of this one. Stop, be nice. Okay, so this one, it actually lined up pretty well. It's a little bit crazy on this side right here, but that's okay. I can cut that off. And you know what I just... Meadow. You know what I just did, you guys? I put this all together and didn't put my twill in. See? And this is why we have faux shaker cards. Oh my gosh. You guys are getting the whole experience. Like there's no getting around it. Oh my gosh. So, for a faux shaker, since we're not doing the twill first, what I normally do, let's see, what am I gonna, what do I want to do? I'll use my little bees and do like a little spring card. Meadow, can you cut that out, please? See, isn't it great? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some of these in here. Here we go. And I'm gonna get my little jewel picker here. And I'm just gonna go ahead. This is not being very nice. Meadow, can you get me a pin, please? Or do you have a pin? Thank you, ma'am. I don't think I cleared it the first time. It's just being stubborn.
What did you just need the girl, right?
The girl on the camera would be nice. So, let's see. I'm just going to put... Let me zoom in so y'all can see. Yeah, I do it all the time. Like, I can't even tell you how many faux shaker cards I have just for this because of this reason. So, we know shaker cards go everywhere. I am not strategic about this whatsoever. Like, no. Okay. Like I said, not strategic about this at all. And the only reason I have this out is because now I can hit this on the thing and see what stuck, what didn't stick, and move things about a bit. And I like it because not only is it completely random, but you can also layer things on top, or they actually look like they're being, it got shaken about. It looks natural than just putting things on there. Let's see, we'll put our bee here. There's a witty bitty bee. I don't know if I have any more spots open. Yes, I do, right there. Put another flower like right here. But it looks more natural if you just stick them on there and let them fly. Let them do their thing. At least to me anyway. Actually, you know what? This one would look cute with like your little honeybees that you did, Meadow. Your little bee bears. This one would look cute with your bee bears. See, and put that one there. Okay, and then you just set it aside and let it dry. Nice. Oh, Vicky, hello. How are you? I have not seen you in how many thousand years? I am so happy to, well, see your face. I'm so glad to see you. Let's see. So we're going to put that away. Now we have our little faux shaker. It just needs to dry. But I'm going to cut, there's a little piece of 3D foam right here that I'm going to go ahead and cut out. Can't believe we're sitting here talking about oh yeah, faux shakers. They're great when you forget to put your acetate or your twill on and then bam. I just show you guys how to do it right away. How great is that? So there's our faux shaker. I'm going to put it aside, let it dry, and we will come back to that one. I still have my little bits here that I am just going to go ahead and move out of the way. these ones, actually my little bee ones would go really good with this paper, so I might have to do something with that too. I'm not sure. So many cards, so little time. Am I right? So this time we will go ahead and do an actual shaker. Hopefully, if I don't forget. So you want to make sure that if you're cutting out dies and using dies, that the frame that you make is going to be big enough. And Meadow, I don't think that is going to be big enough, girlfriend. I don't know if I can get my, because I don't have the 1/8 inch. Yeah, that's going to be too thin. Can you take another one? Like, do another one this size. So you want a big size. You want to make sure that your frame is going to fit your 3D foam. So this frame that Meadow has, it's really nice because it's thinner, but it's not going to fit my 3D foam. My 3D foam is too wide. And I can use, well, I guess I could use this. It would just have to be really thin. Like super thin. Yeah, I might have a piece. Okay, this might work. We'll try this. If it doesn't work, we'll have Meadow do another one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some twill on this bad boy. So normally I just cut a piece off. Okay. So I will cut that piece off. And let's see, let me get the right side. And I'm going to put this down on top, the twill, down on top. Yes, it has been way too long, Vicky. Naughty, naughty. And then I'm going to put some glue. And it does not need, I'm just putting it on there. So that way when I put the 3D foam down, it will actually push the glue through the mesh. Thank you, kiddo. Oh, see, that's nice and thick too. Well,
it was the next size down.
Okay, we'll try it thin. If it doesn't work with the thin, then we'll go ahead and do the thick. But this way it'll push, it'll push the glue through just a little bit, and I'm pushing down on it to the paper so that it'll stick to the paper while I'm trying to put the 3D foam on. So one thing you can do, which I'm not going to, I just don't have the patience for that, to be honest, is I'm going to take this off. And I know a lot of people don't like to take the white parts off of both sides, but I do. I'm daring. What can I say? And it just makes it easier for me to lay things down. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay this right down on top of here. Try and keep my fingers out of the glue. I think I have a harder time not sticking to glue than I do to 3D foam. And right as I say that, I'm sticking to the 3D foam. Stop. Get off. Be nice. Okay. Here we go. But for me, it's just, I don't know, it seems like it bends a little bit better if you don't have all that paper on there that doesn't want to go as well. And, sometimes it's easier to, if you just have like a thin piece or you don't have both pieces on, if you want to stack them twice. I don't know. For me, it's just easier. I know everybody has their own techniques. So you got to see what works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, find something else that does. Don't struggle with something that doesn't work for you. There we go. This is actually sticking to the palm of my hand. Okay. And I do want this a little bit, stop, just be nice, just stop. I do want this a little bit thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, and instead of stopping right there, I'm actually going to use my fingernail, and I'm going to push it down right at that seam, and I'm just going to keep going right on top of that layer. There we go. Okay, then I will use another thin piece. This one's not as thin, but it will work. Okay. And I'm just going to go right on top of that second layer. I'm just going to keep this train moving right along. And just make sure you keep your foam underneath. You don't really want your foam to show. That's why sometimes it's just nicer to have a thicker frame. But if you don't have one, then you don't have one. It's okay. So this one, I'm only going to need a small little smidgen. So I'm going to actually try to measure what I would need. But see how it's not bending very well with that paper on there? Okay, so I'm going to just use this much. And take all this off. And whoops. Go ahead and stick this right on top. And I did get a little bit too much, but that's okay. I can just lift that up and cut it off. Ouch. There we go. Okay. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to use this bigger, this is the same size, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put my stuff on here. I know a lot of people put their stuff right on this paper, but half the time I do that and it just, actually, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it that way. Let's see, which ones do I want? The honey. I know I've got more in here. Meadow, don't we have any other mixes? Don't we have the flowers and stuff too? Instead of just bee stuff? I know we have more. We have so much in the drawer. It's crazy. Go look in our, like I think it's like the second drawer down. We have some bags of stuff. The second or third drawer. Because I don't have any in here. And one nice thing is, usually at our retreats, most of the time we use these for our retreats, our classes, our crafty kits, our crafty crew kits. We'll make little, we'll find the little Fimo things. So it's a lot of fun.
Is Halloween stuff.
Oh, we only have, really? Mm-hmm. I need more stuff, apparently. So, let's see. This will match the mouse a little bit. So, oh, wait, I said I was going to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all that in there. And I don't want this one in there because that one's just way too big. Sometimes we get those big ones in there and then I forget they're there. But I do try to get all those out whenever we're making a mix. Here we go. There's lots of fun colors, and that's one thing I like about doing mixes is all the different colors and the fun little Fimo, the things that you can make. So now I'm just going to use this. And I like leaving the twill because then I can just use it to set things down. And I'm going to look at my computer, make sure I'm right on the top. So, and then I'm just going to push that down. And there we go. Nice and shaky, shaky. Then I can go ahead and just go around the edge. And I usually go from the bottom side. But just go around. There we go. And now I have my little shaker container. And one thing that I like to do sometimes too is I'll just make a whole bunch of these little containers and then they're ready to put on a card. So, but you don't have to have the bottom part. You can just go ahead and stick it directly on your card instead of worrying about making the little casing. Sometimes I do the casing just like if I'm going to do a circle and just have it a circle. Meadow, can you get me a new trash, please? Thank you. So we have our circle. And that one, I think that'll go, I think that'll look cute. A little spring. What do you guys think? I think that'll look cute. What do you think, Meadow?
Yeah.
Or should I use more of like, because this one would also go well with a couple of other things that I was going to make shaker cards for. But I also have this one that just, it's like pink little flowers. Let me see. It's like little pink flowers, little pink, they make me think of peppermints, honestly, but I think it's, I'm not sure what that is called. So, but I think that would look really cute with the mouse too. I'm not sure. Okay. There we go. So there's that one. And then let's see. Meadow made this one for me. And then this one, actually what we can do, because I don't have another large one. Let's go ahead and see, I wanted to use the mouse on, you like the first one, it has the greens and the mouse has greens. The first one. Oh, this one? Susan, that one? I like that one too. Yeah, it does. We used that for, gosh, wasn't that for like one of our very first birthday camps that we used that for? That was a long time ago, or at least it feels like a long time ago. So, this one? I think you did, yeah. I think you did just get this one. You just got this one too. I like that one too. That's one of my favorites. So let's see what we'll do. So we have 2 of our shakers done. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do one more, but we'll do that one with acetate. So you can see, if you've never used acetate, you'll see what me and Susan are talking about. How lovely acetate can be. Because we do, it's, I don't know, it's not too dry in here, is it today? So it might not be very bad at all. Might is the key word in that sentence. So let's go ahead and do it to where we just stick it directly on our card. Let's see. Why don't we do this one for number 54? So number 54 on our sketch We've got a circle behind, then we have a square, and then we have a little tiny circle. So what I can do is get that bug off my table. And then we can also flip it upside down, and then this can be the mouse. And then, because I've got a lot of mice. I'm just saying. How many mice did he make, Meadow?
30 something.
Oh, it was a lot of mice. A lot of mice. So, but then we can have this as the shaker and then have a circle behind. So, let's see, or I've got her too. She could, that would actually look cute. Do we have any of our mermaid shaker stuff left, Meadow? I think we do. Look in the bags, because I know that we had some in the bags. Or look down there in the containers. Is it down there or the next drawer up? That would look cute. She could be our circle. Yes, we have this too from our Make a Splash retreat. So,
says, I'm kind of a paper addict, LOL, and stamps and bling, LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Susan says she's beautiful. I love her.
Where is it? I know I had it up here, Meadow. Where's that picture that Steven made me of the paper?
I don't know. I think that was put away.
No, I thought I had it up here. Will you look for it? Because that's really funny. I think everybody would get a kick out of that. Because Steven, my son, made me a picture when he was, how old was he? Like 10?
I think he was like 11.
10 or 11 years old. But he made a picture where it was kind of like the Sorcerer's Apprentice, but it was supposed to be a picture of me. Sorry. You okay? But it was supposed to be a picture of me, and it was like using, you know, like I was like commanding the paper to come to me. It was so funny. Bye, Vicky. I will see you later, sweetheart. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and we'll use her, and I will grab some of our mermaid paper because Meadow is currently in the closet looking for stuff. So let me grab our mermaid paper. And I love our mermaid paper, and this will be fun because I never say this right, but it's Mermay. Mermay is coming up, so that will be fun. Move my chair. My chair just keeps going all over the place, everywhere but except for where I want it to go. So here is our Mermaid Dreams paper. I love the polka dots. It's some of my favorite. But I think I will use, let's see, we'll use some of that. And I think I have some purple that would go really nice with this as well. Or if I don't, since we have solids, I could use, ooh, I like it. That can be our square. And then our circle, how about, let's see, which side is it on? There is our blue. That could actually look like some water or something. Like a little pool or something like that. Maybe. Here it is. So my son made this for me when he was like 10 or 11 years old. Because I used to go, before we had the stamp company, I used to go to Hobby Lobby whenever the paper was 50% off. And I would buy up as much paper as I could. I had so much paper, it was ridiculous. So this is the picture. And it says, I love paper. And it says, rise, my paper, rise. So I thought that was cute. I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's see. I like that. I'm still not sure if I want that for a circle, but it might be okay. Or do I want the purple for a circle? I think that's a lot of purple though. Yeah, that's a lot of purple. But I do like the purple, which is weird for me. I'm more normally like greens and blues. So that might actually be nice as a circle, and then, or use it as a background paper. Let's see. And the blue could break it up. Let's see. Do you mind cutting me a circle, Ditto? About 4 and like maybe 4 wide. Or do I like this piece?
Out of the blue?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm picky when it comes to paper. I gotta try all the papers. All of it, all of it, all of it. I kind of like this one too. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Thanks, Ditto. Yeah, that'll look nice. That'll look nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And then I know there was another... Yep, we'll do that. Okay. My mess. Messy, messy mess. Okay. Move out a little bit so y'all can see me, what I'm cutting. Okay, so this one, my card base is a regular A2. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Meadow, can you write these sizes down for me, please? That way I can remember to put them down in the description below in a little bit. That needs to come off. 5 by 4 1/4. Or, no, it was the other way around. 5 1/4 by 4. That's what it was. This one is going to be 5 by 3 3/4. That looks nice. Nice, nice, nice. So we'll put that there for now. And then this one, then we have the circle Meadow made us. See, I'm already losing stuff, you guys. There it is. Already losing stuff. Here we go. So we'll put that there. That'll look nice. What do you think, Meadow? Or does it need a small border?
I think that's good.
Okay. And then, let's see. This is how wide. This circle is... Oh, it's 3 1/2. We didn't have a bigger circle?
We do, but I think it's like almost 5. Oh no, that one is 4. Sorry.
Okay, can I get that one instead? Do you need another piece of paper?
Yeah.
There's a blue in here somewhere. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if that one's 4 and we want some to kind of hang out the sides here, then I think I'll do 3. Should I do 3? Yeah, I'll do 3. And then, thank you, Ditto. So that'll go there. And then, oh yeah, that'll be, 3 is good. So 3. And then we'll do, let's try 4 1/2 first, see how that looks. And then if not, then we'll go smaller. I love playing with sketches. They're so much fun. So if we did, that's the shaker, and then this is, she's going to be our circle. I like it. I like it a lot. So Meadow, this purple piece is 4.5 by 3. And then this is going to be 4 and, well, here we go. I need to move my paper. 4 3/8.
What piece is that?
This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be layer 5. So 4 3/8 by 2 7/8. And that will go right there. But I'm going to go ahead and cut another one that is the same size. So this is going to be another 2 7/8. And then, Meadow, do you think, I know we don't have what am I thinking of, Meadow? I don't have a square that'll go on the top of that. I don't think. I was just going like, woohoo, let's go. Actually, look at that. It's just a little bit slightly bigger, but I don't want it to be that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the middle out of this one. Get the trusty little get my mat, and I want this to be, I'm going to flip it over to this side because that's the side I'm not going to use. I'm not going to see that side. And I'm going to use my pen. I'm going to use red so that you guys can see it. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to mark this. I want it to be at least 1/4 inch. So I'm going to mark 1/4 inch here and 1/4 inch here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to do the same on these sides, just so that I know it's 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay. Here we are. So 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. So now I'm going to go from these ones here. I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. And then I'm going to do the same thing on these ones. And then I'll do the same on these. And then I know exactly where I need to cut. There we go. So I'm going to go along those same lines. I might cut a little bit in just so that I don't have that red showing. But I'm going to go from this line here to this line here. And I'm just using my ruler so I can have a straight cut. And then I can do the same thing on this one. Just go in just a touch. You just don't want to go past those red lines, or they're not going to line up very well. So, like in that way. So you don't want to break it off. And then this one is our last one. And now we have our frame. And if you don't go over it, like there's a couple places on this one that I missed. And I thought I did because I didn't have the pressure all the way down. So, but I can just line this back up. There. And it came right out. Maybe it didn't. Here we go. This one's just being stubborn. Just very, very, very stubborn. There. Okay, and I can use that for a scrap later, which is nice. So I'm going to put that away, put all of this away. So you don't always have to have a die when you're making a sketch or a shaker card. It is easier, but you don't always have to. So now that will line up for my shaker. So now I'm going to go ahead and put acetate on this one. So where did... Here we go. The acetate hunt. I might just go ahead and get a different piece. Let's see. Because I've got... It's not like I don't have enough of it, right? So... And if you guys are having fun so far, please consider giving me a thumbs up and hitting that bell so that you can subscribe and we don't miss any more of these fun, interesting, let's lose our stuff little adventures. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the acetate. Go ahead and get that on there. And it's funny too, I almost forgot that I was doing acetate and just went ahead and reached. I was going to reach for the tool. Now you know what I reach for first. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick that on there. I am putting it out like there's a little bit of a border even on the edge. You guys can't probably really see it, but there is a little bit of a border. That way I don't have to deal with trying to get it on straight or anything like that. So, and then I will go ahead and go from the bottom, and you guys can see everything in God's green earth is sticking to this acetate already, like the little crumbs or little things that I've had on here. Just going to cut this bit off. Meadow, can you go grab me a dryer sheet so I can show everybody what Sandy was talking about? There we go. So that is, my little window is done. Now I can't even get it up off the table. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, should we use some different foam? Because I used that foam. Let's go ahead. I said I was going to use, I did it at 1/4 inch so I could show you this foam. So I'm going to go ahead and take this foam and just put that down. I'm going to put it on both sides first. It's just easier for me. And I'm going to double this up. Thank you, ditto. Ooh, that smells nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that second layer on there. And then after that, I will go ahead and use the dryer sheet. I'll show you before and after because it's already static clingy. So, because it's like getting every little thing. So, I'm going to use my little tray to show you guys. So, when you have some, because I don't think I have any baby powder in these ones, so they should stick really well. Maybe not. Maybe I do have baby powder in these. So, move these around a little bit. Oh, see, you can see that some of them are sticking. Let me go ahead. You probably can't see. Let me zoom that in. So you can tell some of these are sticking on there. They do not want to come off at all. So peel these off. There we go. And then we'll use the little dryer sheet. Just going to wipe that on there. I don't know how Sandy does hers, but I just push it down, put a little bit of pressure on there, and just wipe it on there. And then, oh, that smells so nice. See, and then your card will even smell good. So put some more on here. And now nothing is sticking. Okay. So that's always nice. And you can do it to the front side too. That way you don't have like little table, like little shreds of paper and things like that sticking to it as well. So this is awesome. But if you don't, sometimes you don't have any of those either because my husband does all the laundry. So sometimes we're out because he uses a lot of them, which is good because then my laundry smells good. But I'm spoiled, so I don't always know if I have them or not. Let me get a drink. There we go. Sorry, my saliva wants to kill me. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side now. I'm just going to go ahead and double that one up, just like the other. There we go. And now this side. And then this one, I'm going to put all the little bits into the top part where the acetate is, so you guys can see how I do it that way. I might have gone a little bit, I don't think I have any small bits that will fit through there, but be careful about leaving room on the ends here. So now I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Maybe. There we go. I'm just getting a little too zealous with this, I guess, because now it's just ripping the white paper. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these in. And then I'm going to take this piece. Actually, I'm going to... Okay, they're going up. So I want to make sure these are going the same way because they're like little decorations. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to close this up like this. And I know I said, oh, you can just attach it to your card. You don't need to encase it. But this is actually a layer of our card. So it works still. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my tape out. And we are just going to... Is this one out? Okay, that one's a dud. Here, this one has some in it. I need to get some refills. Here we go. And we will just go ahead and stick this on here. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm getting this on here straight. It's one thing about I love doing cards for a video is I can look at my computer to see the camera to make sure I'm getting everything right and straight when I can't stick my head in the way. That's always nice. So now we're just going to put our other layers together. Oops, this one has hearts, so I want to make sure they're going the right way. And then Meadow, can you grab, this one has a second line through it. Can you grab some of our white organza ribbon for me, please? I think that would look really pretty. Huh? The white stuff that we just got for club. I bought a whole bunch extra. So I'm not going to use this piece right now, but we're going to have that, and that's going to look pretty. I like it. Thanks. There should be one that's already open. Unless that is the one that's already open. I'm not sure. Okay. So, okay. Thanks, Ditto. I don't need that much though. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And it looks like it goes over the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and put my circle on here. Let's see, right there. Right there. Okay, and then we are going to flip this over. Just put a little bit of tape on either end. Stick that on there. There we go. And then I'm going to put some 3D foam on here because we have to have some more, right? Always have to have more. So I'm going to go ahead and stick, I'm going to stick one in each corner, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick one in the middle. Here we go. Let's see, and we're doing it upside down, so I want my ribbon on this side. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And then this, I'm going to just go ahead and put, well, I don't know, Meadow, take a look at this. Do I want to do it flat or do I want to do it up?
Up. I don't even need to look at it. Do it up.
Up, up, up it goes.
Pop it.
Pop it. Gotta pop it. So one in each corner, one in the middle. I'm not one that, I know everybody likes to put extra foam on it. That's okay too. Go ahead. I don't know why I don't do that, but I don't. But if you want to, go for it. You know I love my foam, so the more foam, the better. Just let me know before you do it so I can take stock out. There we go. Love it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go like this. And then our little girl is our circle. So I'm going to go ahead and, yes, I'm going to pop her up. But I'm going to see where, okay, so right behind her eye. And then right on her bum, I think will be good places. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. I like it. Do I have any more of the little shells left in here? Because those would be cute too. Put one on the outside maybe. We can put one here. I know it has like little circles here, and those usually I say, oh, put this or that or that thing. But I'm going to go ahead and put a couple little shells on here. Here it is. So here's a shell. I think these shells are just cute. These little Fimo shells. Let's see. And then this shell right here, if I can get it up, can go right here on her tail. And I believe, where is it? Yep, I do. On some of the new dots that are coming out, which ones should I use? For these little dots right here, which one should I use? Should I use purple? Should I use pink? I think I should do pink just to tie in her hair a little bit more. What do you think, Meadow? Yeah, I know, you're all about the pink, girl. Or should I do more of the aqua to tie in her tail? Because there isn't any other aqua anywhere.
Pink.
Let's see. Where do I want the pink? What do I want, everybody? Susan, you still there? What do I want? What do I want to do? Let's see. Or the green. I kind of like the green. And the green does match. The green and the teal both match her tail. And these aren't in the store yet, but they will be soon. I just need to take pictures. And I just really haven't had the time to take any pictures. So sorry. But they will be there soon.
What, did you get a comment?
No, I'm just letting everybody know. So we'll put 3 there, just like the sketch, and then I'll put 3 over here. I love the little tiny one. I like them, actually I like them all. It doesn't matter. I like all of them. All the sizes. And here we go. One more. Nice. Okay. What do you think?
Susan said that's a hard one. What if you mix it up and use a few colors? Susan also said I love all the colors in it.
Ooh, that's right. I could have just mixed the color. Oh well. I do like the colors though. But I like that it ties in her tail. Or ties, you know, gives it a little bit more on her little tail colors. So, there we go. I like it. I think the only thing we're missing is a sentiment, and I don't have the stamp set out. So, I'll probably put a sentiment on it later. But I like how this one turned out. So, there's that one. Now, all of our other stuff should be dry. Meadow, do you have any bees or anything that I could put with the honeybee faux shaker one?
Like images?
Yeah. Do you have anything over there in all your many things? Let me put this away. That way I'm not mixing everything up. Let me put that away. I feel like the mermaid card could also use a bow. I don't know why, but I'm feeling bow with that one a little bit. Here we go. Ooh, bee bears, bee bears, bee bears. Those will work. Can I use your bee bears, Meadow?
They have lines, so I don't use them.
I know. You don't like lines. She's all against the lines. You were die cutting. Ooh, which reminds me, we have to put all the dies together and show them all the dies still, too. So, let's see. This one, I think we'll go ahead. We'll put this stuff away. And we will go ahead and move that out of the way. I have so many things that are in the way now. Why don't we just do the bear? This is awful big. So I'm thinking the bear will be just fine for that one. Oh, let's go ahead and put the mermaid paper away. There we go. Put it away and play with that one circle another day. And I'm going to grab this paper. This is the lemons and daisies. I think I want daisies. See, do I want the blue daisies? Do I want just the yellow daisies? I'm really liking those daisies. Ooh, what about these ones? I think that would look kind of cute. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of layers with this one because there isn't a lot of room. A bee embossing folder. I don't think we have a bee. We don't have embossing folders, but you can dry emboss if with a stencil as well. I don't think we had any of those, but you could always do like the flower, like the spring breeze. Let's see. The little bees. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. This is very plain. I don't like plain very much, you guys. I like my stuff to have texture, and I like it, I don't know, I like there to be a background of some sort. So, there we go. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece down. Should I go ahead and get a piece of yellow out, Meadow, and have like a little yellow background maybe? What do you think? Okay. So we'll put that back in there. Because I feel like it needs a little some. This piece is driving me nuts. Because it's very plain. Let's see. I'm going to grab some yellow. Let's see, yellow, yellow, yellow. Here we go. My favorite is yellow lemonade from Basil. Basil. I think that'll go nice. There we go. And then maybe if we put some yellow on there, the white won't bother me so badly. Maybe, maybe. So we'll go ahead and... Are your bees going to match this? Let's see. This is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so that it can go behind here with just a small little smidgen of a border. And I'm going to go ahead and nail that down. Love this paper. It's some of my favorite. There we go. And then let's see, this piece, that did not glue down very well. So Make sure if you do this one, make sure all your bits are glued securely and it's completely dry. So this piece is 4 5/8 by 3 5/8. So we will make this piece 4 7/8 by 3 7/8. Make it just a little bit bigger. Or not. I don't. Nope. Nope. Apparently I got that wrong. 3 3/8. Good gravy. No wonder it was so big. I don't know. What do you think, Meadow? If I have that piece.
Oh, that's gonna be so cute.
Nothing. You know I can't handle the white that's back there. So you said, oh, it's going to be so cute. And I'm like, what? But you know what I can do too?
With like the daisy stencil. What's it called? 3 rays.
Yeah, it would be really cute with that. But I'm thinking I could actually just splatter some yellow on here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we have any? Yeah, we have yellow that I could splatter on there. I don't know if I'm ready to make a splatter mess right now, but maybe later if I can't handle it. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and get this on our yellow piece. I'll just go ahead and put that on there. See, folks, this is why we do not forget to put our acetate or our twill on. Because then you're just stuck and you just have to adjust. Here we go. Oh, it was my little bee that fell off. My wee little bee. Okay. Okay, and then this is going to go on here. Maybe. Just a small little white border. And then this will go on there. Maybe just straight, no, because I want to see the daisies. And you threw your little BBs at me. The little bees. Well, those help take away from it a little bit. Can I have the jar too?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a jar that goes with it. And then we could put the jar like right here, and then that would distract me from the white. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it like that.
Buddy, go lay down.
So I'll go ahead and put this down. And I'm actually doing this all flat, which is crazy for me. I don't normally do that. And then I need to put this piece down. Okay. Get that in there. Hopefully that's straight. It looks straight. There we go. Nice little faux shaker that I'm starting to fall in love with. Okay, I think she's going to go here. Because see, another nice thing with a faux shaker, or any shaker, because you can just put it on top of the acetate, or you can put it on top of the tool, whatever you want to put it on. You can also just put, it doesn't have to be on the corner, it can be in the middle of the card, wherever you want it to be. So I'm going to grab a couple of these, Meadow's throwing her images at me. Thank you, Meadow. I appreciate it. So yeah, I think that'll, what do you think, Meadow? It's kind of distracting away from all the white.
Susan says, love the bear bees. And Sandy says, adorable.
Meadow did an awesome job coloring these.
Cindy also says, pattern paper adds so much.
It really does. It adds a lot. Even like using, I feel like even if you use like a stencil to dry emboss or something like that, it just adds something to plain cardstock that I love. And I think that's why I'm not liking my mistake, everybody. But that's okay. That's okay because I'm falling in love with it. It's nice when you can adjust. Even if you don't like something, you can adjust, make it to the way that you do like it. And then it works, which is nice. And if that doesn't work, like I've colored images before, and I haven't really liked how, like I've done, here, let me show you on this one. So like I've done hair and I've done the face, but then I do the clothes and I don't like how they're turning out, like at all. So I'll cut the head off. I'll make different, I'll color different clothes, but I don't feel like redoing the hair or the skin because I did it really well. So I'll just either paste new clothes on, or I'll cut her head off and put new clothes, put her head on a new body for new clothes. I hardly ever throw anything away, whether I like it or not. I won't throw it away. I'll always just adjust. And I feel like this one here needs just one more because it's kind of laying down weird. So we're going to put one more right here. Take that off. There, now it's not laying down weird. I like that. Okay. Okay. And then what we'll do is I'm going to grab these little bees. The little bee shaker. And we'll get, I don't know, I think that's the front door. Can you go get that, please, so they'll be quiet? Especially Mouse. My dog that is barking, someone just rang our doorbell for some reason. But our dog that's barking, it's so funny. He can't even hear and he can't see. But he'll bark like the dickens if the other one barks just a tiny bit. It's kind of funny because he doesn't even know what he's talking about. So I'm going to put a little bee there on the outside. And I'm going to put a little bee over here to look like little escapees. I like the little escapee ones. So there is another shaker card. So I'm going to leave my glue out so that I can show you what I learned from Sandy Cogdill, our team member, which I love the way that she did this. She used acetate with hers, just so you know. But this is so you don't have to use any 3D foam. This is going to take me a hot minute since I forgot about this technique. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, now 8 of these that I can just glue together. And this is nice, especially for like sectioned ones that you have, because you can just go ahead and you don't need 3D foam. Then you can go ahead and get the sections done. There we go. And now we'll go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and stand, well, try to stand it up without being glued. That way they can be nice and even. Just stand these up, and the nice thing about liquid glue is it's just going to go ahead and you can move it away about until it's right where you need it to be to make sure that it's even. I am going to set one aside. That way I don't glue them all together, because you know I'll do it. I already forgot to put the other darn stuff on. So I'm just gluing around around the outside. Ooh, this one just gave me an idea. Could totally, the very last one, you could use some distress inks and you could just make it all kinds of different colors. So that would be fun. So stand this up and just make it nice and even, like a deck of cards. Just tap it down. There we go. No, this isn't a frame that I sell. This is a frame. Gosh, I don't even know if he still has it or not. I'm friends with Rob from Rubbernecker, or it's not Rubbernecker anymore. That's how long we've been friends. But Brass and Bliss. And this used to be a frame that they had. I will have to go over to their website and see if they even have it anymore. What was that, Meadow?
Some pest control people, I gave her Daddy's number.
Oh. Here we go.
Did you see any of the comments?
Yeah, I saw that Sandy asked. Oh, and then Susan, I thought that was my dog. Oh, that is hysterical. You thought it was your dog's. Nope. Oh gosh, I just put this on upside down because I was listening to Meadow.
Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't have it like all the way on. I was just like, just lining it up. Woo! Crisis avoided. Yes, I do that stuff too. See, that's the fun thing about lives. Although my pre-recorded videos, I will still leave all the mistakes in there. Just so you guys know, I do it too.
Man, it was nice sitting outside for a second, and then I come in here and it's freezing cold.
Oh, I'm having hot flashes, so I don't even know it's cold. See, girl, so you just wait till menopause, okay? Just wait.
Go on, Puddin'.
See, that one's the wrong way too. Here we go.
Puddin'.
Here we go. So we're almost done. We got two of the base ones left. I know it's so exciting to sit here and watch me put these together. Here we go. Make sure these are going the right way. And the thicker, I feel like the thicker that it gets, the easier and the faster this goes. I think it's like the just starting out is when you're like, oh, is it lined up? Do I need to move it? You know, and it's not quite as thick and stable. So it's a little bit harder to just really just like doop, 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 get it done. But it really doesn't take, I mean, I feel like it takes longer to cut them out than it does to put them together. So Meadow, I'm very sorry about your hard work that I'm just speeding through this. Okay. There we go. Okay, and that is our last one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the twill again, and this is pretty like so that all I have to do is use like just part of it. Just Doesn't take that long. That's why it lasts for so long. Get that out of the way. So go ahead and glue this one on now. Whoops. My whole office is going to smell like a dryer sheet now, which is funny. Can you smell it, Meadow? Or is it just me being crazy? You can't? Oh, your nose is stuffy. Sorry, Ditto. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And then since the glue will go right through the netting, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one down. Not that way. Oh my gosh, I almost did it the wrong way again. Here we go. Line this up. I think that's the nice thing too about the netting is that you can just glue through it instead of having to glue it twice. So now we have another little shaker frame ready to go. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut this from the back side. That way I can get nice and close. Except for right here, apparently it just does not want to cut. Let me grab my other scissors. We'll grab the good sewing scissors here. There we go. And now we have a frame ready to go down on any paper that you want. Like this one, I think would, if I can get the netting off my fingers, like that would look really pretty as a shaker card with just some pinks. Ooh, hello, I have pink right here. That would look pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I don't think I have, I don't know. Meadow, you got any images over there you think will look good? Because I use more of Meadow's images. Let me see if I have any of mine. I don't think I have, I mean, I have a lot of images that are colored, but I don't necessarily always use pink. Meadow is the pink girl around here, aren't you, Meadow? Let's see here. Nah. Nope, nope. Nah. What about... Nah. That would look cute if I had blue, but I don't. I have pink. I have stuff that's like stuck together on here. So maybe it's just the paper because I have lots of images. That would look cute with that one. Let me just change the paper. Let's see. Maybe blue. Nope, that's too blue for her dress. So maybe not her. Plus, she isn't even released yet, so She'll be released in a few months. I have so many. Meadow, did you have anything that we could use? Oh. This one looks cute, but I don't think I have paper for this one. Because I wanted to make another card for us to use. That would be cute. Don't we have purple flowers? And she's coming out next month. She will be available. Isn't she cute? She's supposed to be a little camping girl. That's is it Camping Meadow? It's just Camping Meadow, isn't it, Meadow? But that's Camping Meadow. But I colored her to be like Daphne from one of the Scooby-Doos. Oh, that would be cute. What do you think, Meadow? With the purple flowers?
That would be cute.
I think that would be really cute. And I think I have a couple of her little buddies in here. You doing okay over there, Meadow? You look like you're really congested, kiddo. You're not allowed to get sick, girlfriend. None of that business. That one would be cute too. What do you think?
Yeah.
Which one? That one or that one? Which one should we use, everybody? I think it is too. I love it. I was gonna. You like my Daphne better? Okay. And then try to see. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. I'm trying to. She has some little camping critters.
Susan says purple shorts.
Huh?
Susan says purple shorts.
Yep, purple shorts. Got to have all the purple with Daphne. Because you guys know I love my Scooby-Doo. I don't think these guys would really work. So we'll just try. Meadow, you want to grab that stamp set and see if we can just grab a
I think with her it was just accessories. It wasn't any critters.
No, we had the matching stamp set, the second stamp set, the Camping Critters. The campfire critters that went with her.
I totally forgot.
But she has a bunch of little cute little accessories like a little fire and little camping pot and sleeping bag and stuff like that. But if you've ever seen the Scooby-Doo with where they go camping, it's Little Moose. What is that? Camp Scare. Camp Scare. That's their little, like, I tried to do their like Little Moose logo and stuff like that from the cartoon because I just love it. So this frame is 3 3/4 by 5. Let's see, and I think I have some nice purple paper that would look good with that. Oh, can I have the other one too? So these two sets are coming out in May. So we're going to go, how big was that? What are they barking at now? Little freaks, little crazy, little freaky dogs. So we're going to do 4. They're just being yappers today. By 5 1/4. And then, so we'll have that. So I think we'll just go like this and then just have a nice little sentiment to go with her. We even had some, it was fun when we did the kit because when we did the kit, we had little s'mores, little shaker bits for s'mores. So that was a lot of fun. So this I need to find some purple for behind that. And I think this one is the right size. Yep, 4 1/4. So I will go ahead and make this into a card base. I'm getting all kinds of cards done with everybody tonight. Ooh, it's 7 o'clock. Meadow, you didn't tell me it was so late. Goodness. I'm just keeping everybody away from everything else they probably want to do. Here we go. I think I need some purple. Purple, purple, purple. I think I only have pretty much dark purples though. Nope. Here is a nice little purple from Stampin' Up. What, this purple? Yeah, I like this purple, and I normally do not like purple. I'm not a really like a girly girl kind of colors. I'm like blue and greens, but there are sometimes, or blue and orange, but there are times that I come across a shade of pink or a shade of purple that I do really enjoy. And this is one of those purples. What purple isn't this Posy purple or something? It's a Stampin' Up color. Okay. So these two. Goodness gracious, come on. Behave. And of course, as soon as I let go, it just goes sliding across. There we go. So some nice little colors there. And then let's see. So we'll do that, and then we'll put a sentiment on it. We've got s'more campers means s'more fun. What happens around the campfire gets laughed at all year. That is very true. Especially for my family. It's very, very true. So this is Campfire Critters. That'll be coming out next month. This is Campin' Meadow. This is coming out next month. She's even got some little marshmallows, a backpack, a sleeping bag, a lantern, a little coffee cup, a little teapot or a coffee pot, a little lantern, or not a lantern, a flashlight, and then a stick with a marshmallow. And it's Let's Wander Where the Wi-Fi Won't Go. And I Love You S'more. And then we have Stars Make the Best Nightlights. I think I want that one. Because I think that one will go better than, because there's nothing s'mores, there's nothing lights, or anything starry on there. So I think this one will go the best. So we will go ahead and stamp that one on our little flag that I have right here. And then we need some purple. Do we have just some purple without the mermaid stuff, Meadow? Some purple little sequins and stuff. Do we have any of those left? Yeah, just some little shaker mixies. Mixy. Let's see, get my VersaFine Claire. I guess I could just pick all the little, I think there's only seashells in there, so I could always just pick those out. Let's see here.
Peaches, you're not getting any cookies.
Oh, yep.
Yes or no?
We don't have any like mixy.
I don't. Let me look down here again. I thought you just wanted the little things that they could make.
Do they have this, yep, they do. Yeah, I don't want that. Can you get me some, see, we'll do purple, and do we have a nice green or a white, and some dewdrops that we could put in there? Please, pretty please. With shaker bits on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick these together. Whoops, just sliding everywhere. Top drawer, left side. Or no, third drawer, left side. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip this open to the little, to where it's open. And I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle some of these in everywhere. You're not seeing any? Okay, that's okay. I just won't use them. Do we have any clear, like, little diamonds and stuff in that other thing that I had?
What other thing?
The shaker bits.
That's the only green we have unless it's like a really dark Christmas green.
Yeah, I don't think I like that green. This is what we do even when we make shaker mixes. We'll like go through everything that we have and figure out what we want and what we like. It's kind of funny. Those are a little big.
Oh,
don't we have some of the... Yeah, don't we have any of the, like, the little diamondy things? And they're not coming off. These ones obviously do not have any baby powder in them.
Little baby.
And then we'll put some little sprinkly, sparkly bead. Oh, these are dewdrops. You're putting the good stuff in here, Meadow, for me. I love dewdrops. Dewdrops are just so fun. Let's see, and that can go in there. If it'll come up. Oh, that shot all the way up. I don't even know where it's at now. There we go.
Peaches, enough with your plastic fetish. Why? She's eating the door. The thingy on the...
Peaches is crazy. Peaches, for those of you who don't know, is my rabbit. She's a little bit crazy. She has a plastic fetish. She's a little bit of a nut. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this. Just getting it on all the bits. Found the one that went on my shirt. Okay. And then just going to use my grid for this.
Are you done with all these sequins?
Pray to God this is straight. I'm not going to, I'm going to touch it down just a little bit.
Flip it real fast like a pie.
Like a pie. Meadow.
You know, like them upside down pie things?
Yep. And then we're just going to, it's not straight, so I'm just going to scooch it over. The wonderful thing about liquid glue. Here we go. Now I'm going to really push that down. Get all the pieces that did not go in there because they won't stop sticking to me. Okay.
You're not getting any cookies. Oh,
And then I think we'll just go ahead and go right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 3D foam for this and for my girl to put the sentiment on there. What I do with the scissors. There's the scissors. Oh, goodness. Okay, so put the 3D foam on here. How far is she going to come out first? Let's go ahead and put it right there. And then I'll put the 3D foam on her. And I'm going to make it to where it comes up a little bit higher than this. So hopefully, yeah, but she's going to need 2 on her head. So take those off, grab another one for her head. And then I'm going to flip this over and put some 3D foam on the, whoops, too much 3D foam. Put this on the back. Even the 3D foam papers are sticking to me now. Goodness. Okay, get our card base, make sure it's opening the right way. And this is kind of a tight little, oh, nope, 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 wait, wait. Okay, very, very tight. Here we go. Yep, that's even. Okay, it's on there straight. Straight, straight. So, and then you've got shaker bits in every single little compartment. So that is fun. So I think that is going to be it for tonight. The only one that we didn't use was this one. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and make a card with that one later, and go ahead and post it for everybody. But sadly, for some reason, my family thinks I need to feed them. So I don't even know what they're thinking.
I'm going to bed.
Metta's like, I'm going to bed, forget it. So, but I will see you guys later. Let's see. So the next time I'll be on here is Wednesday at noon Eastern, so that we can just have a nice, fun lunchtime break and craft and chat and just have a good time working on whatever. So maybe I'll have this one done for you by then, and I'll go ahead and show it to everybody. But until then, have a good time. I hope you had fun learning different things if you didn't know them already. And thank you for everybody that did share something that you knew that I didn't quite go over. So thank you for that too. Really appreciate that. And here are all the cards again, so you can see what we did. Okay, so I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great weekend and a good beginning of your week before I see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.